Hey guys, what the heck is going on? Welcome. I know you haven't seen me for a day or so because I've been working. But keeping right up there with the rest of them out here. We were on our ways to Sodom and Gomorrah, those famous queer towns of the Bible, where fornication and homosexuality is the name of the game. Well, listen, if you really knew what it meant to be, 69ing and stuff like that, feeding down on the low like that. You just have to understand that what it means really is that, that you're surviving and living out of the left side of your mind. That's it. Just to lower the carnal mind. That's it. That's it. That's it, man. You're a dweller. You're one of those, fornicating sons of bitches, that believe in the end of times. You're waiting to be raptured. Jesus isn't in you. You're praying and you're looking up instead of meditating and looking in. There's only two ways, you be the outside person or be an inside person. That's it. The outside person goes to a church, goes to a preacher. This is the strange woman, This is the only stranger in your life where you're going and seeking outside of yourself for someone to get some kind of spiritual guidance from. Well, the Bible in itself is your spiritual guidance. It's told you that, that the Gospels are meant for the poor. And if you understood that, that means that they only preach the gospel to people who are disconnected from God. That way you get hooked on it, hook, line, and sinker. So there's a lot that have to do with our feet stomping on stuff, But for people that want to find the higher side of us, she's under the guise of wisdom. And so you would think that, and it's a female entity, and these stories all talk about hooking up to her, let's make some kind of relationship with her. And there are many mentions of the right hand, when it comes down to it, because that's where the power is, in your right hand when it comes to it. I mean, it's in your hands, But, I can't get people to understand shit, Here I'm having trouble chatting with someone about what a queer is, and someone's going to go and look up in some stupid Webster dictionary and say a eunuch is going to be somebody who is made into some kind of a slave. Well, with that kind of mind, which, remember, we have a childish mind. We have childish minds when we are disconnected from God, okay? I don't have a childish mind anymore. Like I said, I've already been there. You can't tell me shit about the top part of this Bible. You can't tell me one damn thing that I ain't already heard, or had increased my soul. I've done that, been there, done that. Don't have to do that no more. All right. My duty now is to help people out of hell, out of this hell. All right. You can hang on to Jesus. That's your impressionism. That's your dead Christ. That's why you're worshiping this dead Christ to come back to life in you. But that's what you've given. You give this image of Christ, dead Christ on a white man, a black man. Was he yellow? What color was this guy? Well, I'm sure you can come up with all kinds of reasons why this person really lived. Well, I just have to come up with one reason why it doesn't. And that's because the Bible says so. The Bible tells you that you are this Jesus. The Bible tells us that you are the one that's got to go up and save yourself. And so if you're going to be sitting around waiting for Jesus to come and pray into his dead image, then, you're just providing more deadness to yourself, But people who like to tag nasty and awful stuff on God, like killing a bunch of people because they don't know their right hands from their left hands. This is a story from Jonah. He says, you really want me to go kill all those people over there because they don't know the difference between the right hand and the left hand? We're born without God. No one on this goddamn earth. I'm telling you how to do it. There's maybe a few. you know. But anyways, here, first off, let's get one thing out of the way. All right, queers. All right, Matthew 19:12. All right, so what you get is a 1 and a 3. For there are some eunuchs which are so born from their mother's womb, and there are some eunuchs which are made eunuchs of men. There's your slave. And there be eunuchs which have made themselves eunuchs for the kingdom of heaven's sake. He that is able to receive it, let him receive it. These are 3 different kinds of eunuchs. I would say, yeah. Even in the slave text, here, where you at? Let's see this. I can call up the slave text, so you can go and look it up down here. I've done it before. We are the slave. You know, if you want to have a slave for life, you're supposed to take your slave and you take a long pokey thing about so long and drive it in from one side of his head to the other and into a post. And then, you know, hey, motherfucker, man, there's you got your slave for life, you know. You know, I pity more the poor creatures that had to go through that just for the sake of the Bible. But anyways, that's taking it literally. Once you join the right and the left side of the mind together, once you've got a slave for life, you know, I'm going to serve God forever. All right. And I do, and I have, you know, for a good long time. I've served this other dude. I've run around with Father for a good long time, and I've had a great time with him. Had a great time. But I already done that. Like I said, there ain't nothing about the top of the Bible that you could tell me. You could, oh, is there some new revelation about the top of this Bible? The word, the letter, what I've been seeing, what anyone can see, what anybody on earth can see for themselves? No, I've already done that. Now what I do is I go deep down inside. I go deep down inside and find out what it's really saying. How deep do I go in? Not very far. I just have to turn a couple of words around so you can see what they mean on their inside. There's some letters and numbers that we have to add together to find out just what it is they're talking about. And I prove it over and over and over again here. All right? Now, getting back to those queers. There's 3 people that you can choose from. So you'll find that the ones that come out of their mama's thingies all by themselves, no one comes out like, you know, a slave. I guess maybe depending on what side of the Bible you come in on. But basically, whenever you go through the inside and find out how to get out of hell, get out of prison, to bring yourself out of this place, that's what they're saying. If you can't see that, it's all about getting the hell out of Dodge, you know. Except that you think that that's a permanent thing, that you're going to be up there when you're dead, you know. Well, there's a permanence to it, but you don't die. It's the opposite. You come alive now. You're no longer dead. You're no longer sucking off the titty of the bitch, the foreigner in our lives. Most all these stories are about your kinsmen. It's all, you know, you think all those people following Moses was saved when they were brought out of the, no, just Moses and Aaron, his brother, and Lot, and his wife, you know, if that at all. It really boils down to just Moses. He's the only one. That's how it all works. It's just you. You know, and if you can't take that, then I don't give a damn. I can't keep hand feeding you a bunch of wonderful wisdoms and stuff like that, and you're not swallow one of these things, you know. But anyhow, that's how it works. You know, I've had to swallow a lot of the top levels, the top parts of these scriptures, a good part of my life, by not being able to understand what they mean. I'm telling you that my biggest fight about this is about being queer. So yeah, it's going to be one of my main things. We, queers, We are natural. And I don't care what you think. I don't care. I have come past a certain point where what you eat won't make me shit. Do you understand? So, you don't give a damn. But what I'm showing you is how simple the Bible is. We're not just tossing it out like a bunch of atheists, you stupid, ignorant people. This is a life. This is the very makings of it. And you follow the Bible. You have to tromp on God's word. You have to be this blasphemer. You are the one with the mark of the beast in your forehead. That's the mark of you being silenced, by you being what do they call it? Curse of the wicked. Did I write that down somewhere? The curse of God is in the house of the wicked. Well, I think this video here is going on a little long anyways. No, it's only 11 minutes. But if you were to know the Bible like I know the Bible, there isn't a whole lot goings on. It's either telling us that we are how to hook up to God, how to bring God into our lives, or it's about how God took him out of our lives. Not that we got rid of him anyway, whatsoever. They make it sound like we do. But if you go and meet up with this, with religion, and you're being followed, you're following around some preacher, and you're going into some synagogue or some church, and this is your idea of connecting to God, well, enjoy your poverty, because you're right. That is the only kind of God you're going to get, and I am being facetious. Enjoy your poverty, because he is about all that you're going to get. And believe me, you're not going to get a thing from it. All right? Anyhow, no, I don't know if I can say that, because it's part of the works. You got to do it. You have to do it. But I'm not going to sit here and argue with fools. I want those people that are going to come out on this other side, that are serious about trying to hook up with this Lord and turn your light on the inside. There's no room for dogma over here. We've already had it. You can go to any other goddamn channel on these other platforms. You can turn on your TV. You can go down the street, sell your wares in the street, toss your silver out onto the corner, whore, bitch, and take off. Enjoy yourself. This is of your own understanding. Of course, someone's going to say, oh, no, you're doing it. You're the one that's saying something. No. I already had your understanding. Your understanding is what the people tell you to do. This is what religion tells you to do. Read this book. Don't mess it up. You read it just like you say. I've already done that. I have already done the works. Now, I'm mining it for the truth now. That's what I do, So I don't give a fuck, if you don't get it, or you don't. If you get it, I want you to understand that this is the coolest shit on earth. But hey, I get kind of fed up having to, when I go out there fishing, I'm looking to bring people aboard. I want people aboard, but I don't want to have to be, be around with a bunch of children, especially sitting around here blaspheming, oh, this and that, and oh, this and that. Fuck all of that. I don't need you to be pulling your garbage and your dogma through this place. This is awful. We're out here actually worshiping God, and anyone that's not doing what you and I are doing, they are the wicked. They are absolutely the wicked. And we don't have to give a damn, We just have to say, well, good luck, man, because the knowledge is by fearing God. And I've already done that. We've already done that. We're past that point. It's over now. And those things that you did as a kid, you don't do those no more. And that's the whole idea. We're all grown up now. Act like adults. Oh, no. Sodom and Gomorrah is real. I think that they're overlooking some maybe important details. Yeah, yeah, like people with brains, you know. Anyways, these stories are they replicate just like what we see when we see in the stories itself and what they're doing on the walls in Egypt and the different temples in India and the Buddhist places. All of these things are representing like a pageant, some kind of a story, a way of telling a story. And you're supposed to open your eyes and your ears to this and have an understanding in your heart. All right. So anyways, I'm prepping you because we're going to go into Proverbs. All right. I'm not going to do it right now. Maybe I will. Maybe I will a little bit. I'm gonna put this off because I'm just a little heated, a little pissed off. And so it was just this, yeah, I think I just got a little pissed off, which is kind of cool because, I'm not really mad or anything like that, but I'm like suppressing things, like I heard today that my landlord Mariko is telling people that I wasn't paying her rent. That kind of pissed me off because I was the best goddamn rent paying motherfucker she had ever known in her life. That shows how backed up in lies she is. That she has to make me look bad. But the people that told me this, they said, we know she's nuts. We know she's crazy. So anyways, I just had this going and I just wanted to get it out. And here I turned it around and talked about it. I didn't want to. But anyhow, what she doesn't know, that drunk bitch, Mariko, is that not only was I paying her rent, but there's other people on that property that are also poor that I help all the time. So it's not just her that missed me, it's other people. But I'm not going to sit around and be berated by some stupid woman. And that's what I call her now. I said she's probably the most I would say she's probably one of the most ignorant human beings, if not just women, that I have ever met. Anybody that could toss terrible words towards me in a drunken state of mind and continue to berate me and then go out there and beat up and kill things and break things of mine. This is nuts. She's just nuts. So anyways, I spent like $700 or $800, maybe $1,000 on a short-lived dream of mine of having a little garden in the backyard. And she kills it. She, literally kills it. So, I have no love loss for her. She's just as shallow as the people that we lost. I say we that I lost, because they threw me away, I was still like, oh my God, I should fight for this. I should fight for this. This should be like a cool thing. No, the best thing has been just to let these shitty people lie. The dogs, leave those dogs lie as they are. So maybe is that going to make me feel better? It might make me feel better. But anyhow, I make good money. I make plenty of money. I do enough to live pretty good. Like I said, I'm just above poor and just below rich. And that puts me just like in the right state of poverty that I'm happy. I get to do and choose and do the things that I want to do, So, hanging on and stuff like that to old, using type relationships, we just move from one of those to another. And without drinking now, I can limit that kind of interactions, Besides, we just have a better mind now. And, let these fools go. Let these fools go. And that's what I keep telling myself. Let these fools go. Maybe we could talk about this. It's an idea. It's a shadow. when you are sitting in your mind and you're trying to keep everything happy, and your everything level and stuff like that, a thought comes through. Even if you're trying to sit down and try to meet this God, for your first time, and you're trying to get your mind to shut down, it's just something will come through and it'll make you think, it'll make you, oh, I'm supposed to do that earlier, or oh, I never worked on that. Well, these are like little ghosts or little shadows, and they chase you around. And so what you have to do, if you find yourself in a situation like this, like maybe like, oh, my girlfriend wanted me to go to this party with her, and didn't go, and now it's like, I'm not going with her, and whatever. I have a friend who talks like that. That everything is like, when he makes a decision not to do something, it's like, oh my God, the whole world falls in around him. And so it's like, come on, man, that's silly. But then that's what happens. He's being chased around. A thought will come in, like, oh, I forgot to do that, or But what you do, just tell your mind, leave me alone. I've had enough of that. That's what I say. The same things I say it. I had enough of that. I've had enough of this. Like a friend. I'll just have to be more personal. Let's say, like, I picture Mariko, me trying to get away from her, when she's getting into this place where she's going to call the cops. She's going to kick me out of the house, on the street, out of here, yell at like 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning, like some banshee. And I'm like trying to get away, trying to get from where I'm at to get from between where she's at and then into the house and shut the door. I keep getting those thoughts, those memories coming in, and I keep saying, that bitch, and I like to say, Rick, leave her alone. Every time I do that, I'm throwing some kind of a psychic hit out, because I'm like, the animal, But, she's just a drunk bitch, so I just can't. I'd like to slap this stupid kitty cat of mine, or this one I'm babysitting. I was painting on a sign yesterday, and it kept jumping up on the paint itself, and then running through the house. I got feet prints all over the house. That's crazy. Yeah, I can hear some laughing going on out there. But the idea is, I want to whoop that damn thing, but it don't know no better. It didn't know that it walked up in there and got the paint on it. It didn't know that it's run all over the house and left these tracks all over the place for its babysitter to have to try to clean up somehow. These people are ignorant. That animal's ignorant, They don't know what they do, Anyways, we'll forgive them. Forgive them for the stupidness. All right. And, and you're supposed to see that it's a lesson. Good things, bad things, and even these little things that keep coming in, they show you that, hey, these things that we fall under, we're still alive. We still have feelings, and we still have to, maneuver ourselves through the shit, and it's everywhere. It's everywhere. Look at me. I hung out with it for like 6 or 7 years, It's like a relationship, of a marriage of some kind, that when it's over, just one night of telling her off, She told me off, I think, a couple of times. And then when it was my turn, after she ate crow the next morning, oh, I feel so bad, Rick. I feel bad to do that, But I need someone to air out on. You my husband. I ain't your husband. I ain't your husband, bitch. And I wouldn't put up with that if I was somebody's husband. I'd been loving, beauty. They would have they'd have everything they wanted. They really would, Perhaps it would. But anyways, everybody got what they wanted, And she's bad. She's got her rich friends. She's got all of those things going on. And, I didn't lose nothing. I gained all kinds of shit. I gained myself, That's what you're supposed to get when you get bit by this Bible bug. You're supposed to gain yourself. And it's been the best of decisions I've ever made in my whole life. All right? All right, so no more about this. No more ever about this. Okay? What's in the past is in the past. It says, God, he maketh me to forget. All right? As I forget, it's in the past. All right? We're going to go, if you want to go ahead of me or something like that, but we're going to be talking about Proverbs. All right? We're going to learn more about what you and I are doing right now. And those of us that are struggling to get out of hell, you know, and I can't say that I actually have made it out of hell. I can read the Bible. I've been given some things, but you know, hell, I see dead people. All right. All right, you guys. And I talk to dead people all the time. All right. I love you, and I'll see you in a little bit. Okay?